Hello, I'm Frank Hanaway, and welcome to Big Journey, Small Steps, the channel where I talk about my spiritual journey and the small steps I take to meet my goal. Today I'm going to be talking about patience. It seems like that's been the theme for the last two episodes. 2 weeks ago, I talked about driving in an episode called Road Rage, and last week I talked about my mother's Alzheimer's, and I realized that there's this thread in my life of wanting to have more patience than I currently have. So one of the things that I mentioned was that Easwaran had written a book about patience, and Easwaran is the founder of Passage Meditation that I practice. And so I remembered that I had that book on my Kindle, and I began to read it, and I will just share the very beginning of it with you because it's so wonderful. By the way, Easwaran, Eknath Easwaran, who founded Passage Meditation, passed away in 1999, but all the talks that he gave over the course of about 40 years, almost all of them were recorded either on audio or on video, and many of them are available. And in fact, there are lots of clips from the talks on YouTube that you can go and watch Easwaran. They have a channel for him, so if you're interested, you can go listen. It's very calming to listen to him. It's amazing. So I highly recommend it. So here's the beginning of this little book entitled Patience, a little book of inner strength. Patience is the ornament of the brave. When I was growing up in a little village in Kerala State, South India, my grandmother taught me more through her life than her words. But when anyone in the family needed a gentle correction, she always had a proverb ready. I often heard her repeat the beautiful phrase, "Patience is the ornament of the brave." Patience is the real badge of courage. It is equally the mark of love. So that's the beginning of this wonderful little book on patience, which I'm in the process of reading, and in a few weeks maybe I'll come back and talk to you more about this book. But I just wanted to pique your interest, and I'll put the links to where you can acquire it if you so desire down below. I began to think about where, I mentioned Easwaran's talks, and my mom and I listened to one of his talks every evening. It's part of something that we do together that's very sweet. And so I'm always listening to his talks, but I go to his books. He wrote a great number of books for encouragement and support. And then I thought, what is the foundation of our practice? And the foundation, of course, is meditating on a passage. So Easwaran put together an anthology. It's called an anthology of the world's sacred poetry and prose. God makes the rivers to flow, so that we would have passages that he recommended to meditate on. And with his incredible experience and as an enlightened person, his opinion on that is highly valuable. Now, and the idea is, as you meditate on these things, they sink deeper and deeper into your unconsciousness, and you become what you're meditating on, which is a wonderful thought. And I see that in my life in small steps. So one of the wonderful features is in the very back of the book, there is a section that is called Recommended Passages for Specific Uses. And so there are 5 passages that he lists for patience. And I'm going to read one of them to you. And one of the interesting things, I know a lot of people are off-put by religious language and language that indicates some sort of personal deity. And so this is one of the passages where that is absent. It's from Lao Tzu, from the Tao Te Ching. And so it's called Finding Unity. And Easwaran recommends this to develop patience. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Stop up the openings. Close down the doors. Rub off the sharp edges. Unravel all confusion. Harmonize the light. Give up contention. This is called finding the unity of life. When love and hatred cannot affect you, profit and loss cannot touch you, praise and blame cannot ruffle you, you are honored by all the world. It's a lovely passage. I'm going to memorize that and use that in my meditation. So I looked across the aisle on the other page from where patience was, and there were some passages recommended for caregivers. And one of them was by St. Teresa of Avila called You Are Christ's Hands. And I already know this passage, and I thought, wow, I need to go back to this. So here it is. It's just lovely. Now this is from a Catholic saint, so it has Christ language in it. Christ has no body now on earth but yours, no hands but yours, no feet but yours. Yours are the eyes through which is to look out Christ's compassion to the world. Yours are the feet with which he is to go about doing good. Yours are the hands with which he is to bless us now. That's so comforting to me. I don't know how you feel about that. Anyway, if you're a caregiver or if you're working on developing more patience and you'd like to make a comment, share with us or anyone else who's watching the video, please post that in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, a thumbs up is appreciated. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and share this time with me. And as always, from the very bottom of my heart, I wish you peace and joy.